Welcome back to Trigun Stampede Anime Review Episode number 11. This is reviewing the 11th episode of the series, To a New World. Excuse me. So, basically, Nicholas, in case you're wondering though about the character Nicholas Wormwood, he is seen for one scene and a brief image in hallucination. So, what does he do in this episode? Before I get to Vash and everybody else. Well, you see, he runs the Merrill, where he basically doesn't know where Vash is. Then he proceeds to go to Roberto's corpse and takes his cigarettes. And that's it for him. Yeah, Nicholas Wormwood. If you don't count basically what was going in Flash's mind, Nicholas Wormwood is only on screen for like 30 seconds. He has a really quick cameo. Merrill basically finds Vash, basically Vash in the tank, and then Knives joins in this tank where basically we finally reveal what his plan is. He wants to use his million knives, which it looks similar to how Dr. Octopus's arms work from Marvel Comics. He just, of course, Vash tries to avoid it, and of course gets to his back. And then we would proceed to, apparently they say Vash is actually the window to this, has the window to this core that Knives is looking for. And we show various memories, let's see, I believe one of the memories was basically when he sees Meryl and Roberto, which he forgets about them. Yes, he forgets about them. And goes to the crash and Rem. Then of course they show on the outside where he comes fully synchronization. And we also see something really, really weird. We see this plant thing coming right out of him. And it goes right outside of Knives' tower. Where Chuck Lee, yes, Chuck Lee sees this. And he's eating noodles. And all the military forces of July are firing the damn thing. He's still eating noodles. When you see it at the end of the episode, when it's forming, it forms a version of the character of Rem. The character who is Vash's adoptive mother. So, then of course, when the full synchronization, Vash is all black, completely head to toe. Not just his skin, his whole body. And apparently behind him a portal opens. Yes, a portal opens. William is trying to, keep it safe, but he's also dying. Because we see him also cough up blood. Yes, he's coughing up blood. And then we have Knives just step through this weird portal. And by the way, their plan, aside from opening this portal, is to make all the plants across No Man's Land independent. That is basically their plan. They also apparently in a flashback, this also is the debut of Vash's, other sibling. He doesn't know much about the sister at all. Yeah, this episode here is practically her debut. In a flashback. And her name is Tessa. Tesla. Yes, that's her name. She did first show up in the last episode. And here is basically her kind of, yeah, and it's quite interesting, though, the fact that we have her up here. Now, you might be thinking, did she appear in the previous series? No, Tesla did not. She only appeared in the manga. So, we see kind of what she looks like in the flashback. Or apparently looks like she's been broken up. What happened? We do see kind of how Knives got the access code to cause the great crash. So, apparently he memorizes the access code that Vash had, which I'm curious how he got that code. Maybe he took it from Rem, I have no idea. And of course, I'm shocked to see Tesla the way she is. where you see like an arm, an eyeball separate, a tongue. I'm like, what the heck happened here? Not explain. But this definitely was a good episode, and we left a really good cliffhanger. It is interesting, though, for the past few episodes, we're basically lead one after another and after another. It's basically very continuous right now. And the very next episode of the series will be the final episode of Core 1, because I did hear we're going to get a Core 2 for this one. And the rumor I've heard, like in the case of another series, Spy X Family, it's possibly come back in October. Yeah, apparently about 3 shows come back in October. Spy X Family Season 2, Bard the Part 2, and this one Part 2. Interesting. Yep, but I really love this episode. Really good. Okay, so that's the episode of you. Next up is going to be a comic corner, and then it's on to Case Closed. Okay, next video. Bye.